Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel on the African Center for Enterprise and Capacity Development, Enterprise TV. My name is Osayi Tres Omokaro, and my responsibility is to anchor this channel that I've titled SSS with Osayi Tres Omokaro. SSS standing for starting, sustaining, and scaling your business. So on my channel, we're going to be focusing on various aspects of business, from nurturing the idea, starting that idea, sustaining that business, and scaling the business. So sit tight, relax, and always come back to this channel. We're going to be talking about tips and strategies to finding that business idea, identifying your niche, and validating the idea. Every business idea will draw from your passion, your profession, or your skills. One of the first steps you need to take in achieving this is to identify your passion. For you who do not currently have any job or profession, it's good to start from identifying your passion. But what about you who are already working? Take a look at yourself, where you work. I want to assume that you're enjoying what you're doing. But even if you are not, but where you work has been fine-tuning your skills. Take a paper, take a biro, list out the skills that you are deploying in creating the value you create in your workplace. Those skills can become your source of revenue. Those skills can become a business venture for you. For instance, you're a customer service officer. You may have just mastered the act of listening. You may have just mastered the act of effective communication. Customer service is your profession, but there are skills you deploy in effective customer service. Identify those skills. Those could become your source of business. Those could become your source of product development. So you could build product and services from there. I had the privilege of talking to a pastor. I said, I enjoy the way you teach, the chronology with which you teach. Yes, the profession, the call is pastoring. The skill of developing the curriculum of your teaching, the skill of effective presentation, the skill of carrying people along when you teach. These are skills that you are putting to work in the course of delivering the value in your profession. These skills can become products and services in themselves. A pastor can become a consultant. Then for you who currently are not working, you just have a passion for something. Obviously, that thing you have a passion for, you most likely have been doing, possibly on a small scale. So take a deep look at yourself and ask yourself, what are the skills I put to bear in developing, in doing these things? Identify those skills. That is where businesses are bettered. For instance, I tell people that all I do is teaching. From developing my content, I turn them into books, I turn them into videos like you're watching, I turn them into podcasts. Just like that, I turn them into consulting services. I do one-on-one coaching and all of that, but all of it draws from that skill of teaching, speaking. So the same way businesses can flow from the skills that you have built. So take a look, identify them. Once you come to terms with the exact skill and the business, the next thing you want to do is to do the market research. It's not enough for you to have a skill if there is no demand for the skill you have. That becomes a challenge. That's where people will tell you, hey, you people will tell us to work based on our passion, that I've been following my passion. You have to take your passion, productify your passion, and justify it with a market. Is there a market for these products? And to do that, you need to get into the market and do the research. You need to talk to the people you intend to serve. Business is actually product and services meeting the needs and desires of the customers. So you need to have that engagement with these customers. The way you do this are some things we'll be talking about in other videos. But you need to carry out your market research. You need to talk to these customers. I had a conversation with somebody, I think day before yesterday or thereabouts, and he was sharing with me an idea he has to build a laundromat within the university community. And I began to ask him some questions. So I told him, okay, you have a washing machine? He said, yes. I said, see what you're going to do. Don't spend extra money. Just design a flyer. Let people know that they can bring their clothes to come wash in your place. Let the feedback you get from that speak to you about the perception. Don't just assume that people will want to go wash their clothes somewhere else. I began to ask him questions about the financial viability of that business within this location. These are students. I said, as a student, I will not pay to wash my clothes. I'd rather have time to do it myself. And another thing about that business is that if you bring it to an environment where people can pay to wash their clothes, these same people are now rich enough to buy a washing machine. So it's a dicey thing, and I said, don't take my word for it. See what you're going to do. Test with the people. Let them give you the feedback. So that's what it means to go out there and do that market research.